All right, Lions versus Commanders. We're going to preview this. We're going to tell you what we love about this matchup, what we hate about this matchup,
Ooh.
and give our prediction. So, Craig, going against the Commanders, what do you love about this matchup?
What do I love about this matchup? I love, and I know this sounds weird, I love strength on strength. I love our offensive line, their defensive line. They have 4 defensive linemen, all first round picks.
Hmm.
One of them's hurt, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. He's an Ohio State Buckeye. We're not even going to say his name because I don't want to talk about it. But they still have 3 first round picks. That is their strength. Their defensive line played great against Jacksonville. And I would love to see how our offensive line stacks up against what we know is a phenomenal defensive line. So I'm really excited to see just that. Can Swift have another dominant day on the ground or just an effective day on the ground against a team that has a great defensive line? Can Goff still only get 1 sack against him? Like, what does that look like? I mean, because if our offensive line runs the ball well and protects the quarterback, Eagles, Commanders back to back, I'm just confident we have a great offensive line.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
so. So for me, what I love is going against a quarterback that's not mobile. I
Oh,
just love I
Asmo.
love
Yeah.
finding out, do we really have a pass rush? Because it,
Yeah.
it looked like we did, but Jalen Hurts got out of a lot of things. So it's like, do we have a pass rush? What's our defense really look like? They're doing a lot of
Mm-hmm.
read option things, and it was just hard to really gauge how good our defense is, how good or bad our defense was. So I love going against Carson Wentz. Let's go up, see what we got. He's not a bad player. He's almost in the Jared Goff category of, man,
Sure.
he can throw it. That was a terrible decision. So excited to go
Actually,
against
yes,
a
that's exactly what he is.
yeah, it's exciting to go against a not a premier quarterback. I mean, seriously, like,
Mhm.
oh, geez, just give me a guy. Let's see where we're at. So, next question is, what do you hate about this matchup?
Yeah, it's funny because I kind of hate exactly what you just said you loved. And I don't know how to quite explain it.
Sure.
I so often see mediocre to bad quarterbacks against the Lions. I'm thinking Mitch Trubisky. I'm thinking Kirk
Oh,
Cousins,
so
right?
true.
I'm thinking these guys. I know they're both in the division, but I'm thinking about these guys that it's just like they're not that great, and we've made them look like they're Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
Yep.
And I am terrified that that's going to happen with Carson Wentz. And it's not just because of Wentz; it's because of the weapons he has with Samuel and McLaren and
Mhm.
McLaurin. Sorry, and the rookie out of Penn State. Anyways, like
Dotson.
Dotson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, like they showed out a little bit against Jacksonville. Will our secondary be able to hold up? I'm nervous about that. I'm not as worried about the run game. And I know you said you're excited not to see or to see a quarterback that's not a dual threat. I'm just excited to see more of a traditional run game against us and see how we stack up against that too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
sorry. This is what I hate. So what I hate is their wide receiver talent on the outside and nervousness about, are we going to get torched for 350?
Mm.
I'm nervous
I,
about that.
I what I hate, and this is going to be a weirdest answer, and I hope I can pull it all together.
Hey,
What I
get
hate
weird.
is last game when we went into that lull of 3 and outs and then the pick six. And what I hated about that was the energy our crowd brought and at home field advantage that we had, that we could deliver every home game. So I just hate it for the fact that our fans want to get wild. And I hope that our fans come for week 2 and really show out again. And I
Yeah.
just would hate for it to be like, well, every time we get excited, we pick six. It's like, I'm not gonna get all juiced up. It's like, no, we just
You
do
don't
one
sleep
more
at Ford
week.
Field.
Yep, one more week, Lions fans, where we are going crazy. See, because it is loud in there, man. It can get loud in there. It can really impact things. So I hate that we messed it up last week because,
Yes.
man, if we could have kept that momentum or won that game, I mean, the Commanders wouldn't win this game. Like
Mhm.
we were so fired up. So I'd love to see the energy again from the Lions fans.
Can I get weird for a second? I'm going to double down on your weird.
Yeah.
First off, you brought that around really well, and
Okay.
I
Phew. It was,
completely
yeah. You're like,
understand.
what?
I completely understand what you're saying from the beginning, and it would. I honestly would rather do what we did week 1 and then beat the Commanders almost handily, because then it's like, okay, this team is where we thought they might be.
Yeah.
I would rather that than we have this great comeback against the Eagles and then lay an egg against the Commanders. Like, if we're going to be 1-1, I'd rather do it the way we should do it. Like, we play well, we fight hard against a good team, and then we beat the not as good team.
That's right.
And I'm not saying Commanders aren't good. We just had our buddy over, Louis, right? And we were talking to him, and he thinks they're a playoff team. I mean, like, maybe that's a little homegrown excitement there, but maybe it's
But
not. So,
that
like,
newsflash for any Lions fans out there, like this team is the Commanders are not, we look at that schedule like sweet Commanders beat them. Yeah. They're not
they're
bad.
500.
And this is a huge game for them. I mean, you look at their schedule, Jacksonville and Detroit, they're thinking, oh my gosh, if we can start 2-0, and we will. I mean, it's the Jags and the Lions. Like, and we have to. This is a huge game. So anyway, I just got fired up there. I will. So, Craig,
everybody calm down.
Just calm down. Your prediction now, and make sure you drop your predictions in the comments. We read all the comments. May not, reply to them all, but we're definitely keeping an eye on those comments. So let us know in the comments as well. So, Craig, I'll start with you. Your prediction on this game, a huge franchise-defining week 2. Got to have it. What do you think?
Yeah, so I've been all over the map on this. I was confident in us. We went behind enemy lines on the other one, and I predicted 31-28 Commanders. I've felt sick ever since that moment.
Yeah.
I do think it's going to be 31-28. I just don't know what way. So we're back here. It's Sports Talk Detroit. I'm feeling good. We're back home. It's Ford Field. The crowd's going to be back. The players are going to be desperate for a W. They're going to be desperate to prove to everybody that everything they've been doing this training camp, this offseason is working. The Commanders have a weird, I feel good, but I don't, because we beat the Jags, but they had to give us the victory in order for us to beat them. So we're not sure what we are. And the Lions are going to come out and hopefully just smack them right in the mouth. And I think it's going to lead to a close victory.
Love it. Oh, I love it. So I'm right with you. I think we are desperate. And you can't fake that. You can't fake desperation. And I think we are. I truly believe that we are so hungry. And if we win this game, then it just kind of validates last week. It's like, I thought we were right there. We played well. We had one quarter that was bad, and it cost us against a good team. So I have this low scoring, and I can't remember what I said behind enemy lines, but I like it down in low 20s. I have it 20-23 Lions. So 23-20 Lions over the Commanders. And I just think this is a huge game that we really need. I mean, just for the city. I mean, we've just been so
we need it. We need it for the fan base.
1-1. Let's go.
1-1. It would be great. I mean, going into Minnesota, a little validation that, like, see, we're legit. Now let's put back-to-back together. We're not, I don't know if legit's the right word, but what we're doing is working. Let's put back-to-back wins together. I think you're right with the desperation, because, like, Minnesota looked good. I mean, they look good against Green Bay. So that's week 3, right? Is Minnesota?
I think so. I think we have one. Yep.
I think. And so, like, it's one of those things too, where I think that adds to the desperation, because you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go in there after starting 0-2. Like, this season could get away from you really fast. So you need to win this game. So there's even more desperation. Also, you ready for this one? Watching Hard Knocks, watching preseason, we do our best work after we do some of our worst work. So after day 1 of horrible practice against the Colts, day 2 we dominated, and then we won the preseason game. After a bad first preseason game, we had a good second preseason game. Like, I just feel like this is a team that bounces back pretty well.
Absolutely. So let us know in the comments your thoughts. Huge game this Sunday. Oh my goodness, let's go. And
let's go.
For your thoughts in the comments, make sure you subscribe, and we will see all of you on the next one.
See ya.